daughter doing showcase this week? Huh? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Crestwood School Board General Meeting, calling to order at 6:44 p.m. Mr. Secretary?
Trustee Amon?
Here.
Trustee Baydoun?
Here.
Here. Trustee Elziat?
Here.
Trustee Fawaz?
Here.
Trustee Janoon?
Here.
President Sabal?
Here.
And I am here.
We do have some guests today. If you want to come on and back up, guys, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Can we call in our folks from Riverside, Kristen, please? If you can all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance as our young folks from Riverside also walk in. Are you guys ready? Flags over here. Who's going to lead us? Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Mr. President, just if I may, the Riverside students are also representing Riverside Web Program and the National Junior Honor Society.
Phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great job. Is there anything else, or that was it? All right. Trustee Baydoun? Absolutely. Can my Kinlock folks please come back up? You stand right in front and face that way so we can get some pictures? These are the Kinlock.
We should have.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
She has something to say. Elena, come here.
Yes, please.
Elena, come here. You have another job to do.
Go ahead, Ann.
Thank you, Crestwood School Board members, for your dedication and support to our education initiatives. We appreciate you very much. Happy School Board Appreciation Month. Love your Kinlock Koalas.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who doesn't have them? Those two on the end over there. One more. Hudson, one more. Over on the end. Who doesn't have them? You gotta find it. Elena, I think over here.
Over there. Behind you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kinlock Koalas. So I think that was the special presentation. Is that correct?
They say you have to open them.
Oh,
We have to open them, okay. All right, we're gonna open them. Yes, sir.
you are our boss.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
Thank you so much. I'm having coffee with this tomorrow. Thank you. All right, Mr. Secretary, if you can please read the consent agenda.
Recommended action. The Board of Education approval is recommended for the items listed in the consent agenda, which include the January 27th, 2025 Board Agenda, the minutes from the organizational meeting on Monday, January 13th, 2025, the minutes from the study session on Monday, January 13th, 2025, and the minutes from the regular meeting on Monday, January 13th, 2025.
Support?
The consent agenda by Trustee Williamson, supported by Trustee Elzayat. Recommended action, Board of Education approval is recommended for the items listed on the consent agenda, which include the January 27, 2025 Board Agenda, the minutes from the organizational meeting on Monday, January 13th, 2025, the minutes from the study session on Monday, January 13th, 2025, and the minutes from regular meeting on Monday, January 13th, 2025. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right, we are going to, Kristen, do we have anybody with public comment? All gone? All right, thank you. Ms. Morgan?
Thank you. Number one, approval of the 24-25 confirming purchase orders. The attached confirming purchase orders are items that needed to be processed prior to the board approval.
Trustee Baydoun?
I recommend that the Crestwood Board of Education approve the confirming purchase orders per attachment A1.
Support?
Supported by Trustee Elzayat. The recommended action that the Crestwood Board of Education approve the confirming purchase orders as per attachment A1. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Number two, approval of the 24-25 requisitions. The attached list of requisitions are items that buildings or departments would like to purchase for the upcoming needs. The requisitions have gone through all the appropriate approval processes and been approved by administration for purchase. In addition, there are funds available to make these purchases. Once the requisitions are approved, they will be processed and purchase orders will be sent out.
Mr. Chair,
Trustee Elzayat.
I recommend that the Crestwood Board of Education approve the 2024-2025 requisitions as presented in attachment A2.
Support.
Supported by everybody. Supported by Trustee Amen. So the recommended action that the Crestwood Board of Education approve the 2024-2025 requisitions as presented in attachment A2. Motion by Trustee Elzayat, supported by Trustee Amen. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you.
Number 3, approval of the ASME contract. We were notified by the ASME Clerical Union that they voted in favor to ratification of the 3-year agreement. Thank you to all the members of the bargaining team of the ASME for their efforts at the negotiating table.
Mr. Chair,
Trustee Elzayat.
recommend that the Crestwood Board of Education accept and approve the 3-year collective bargaining agreement between the Crestwood Schools and the Crestwood AFSCME Clerical Union as outlined in attachment A3.
Support.
The approval for the ASME contract was motioned by Trustee Elzayat, supported by Trustee Baydoun, that the Crestwood Board of Education accept and approve the 3-year collective bargaining agreement between the Crestwood Schools and the Crestwood ASME Clerical Union as outlined in attachment A3. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, I just want to say congratulations to both parties, and I wanted to thank our administration team for working with AFSCME to get this worked out and approved, so thank you.
Thank you. I do have a question for you, Ms. Morgan. Are we, I know we had spoken about this prior, and I can speak offline with you. I just want to make sure that we are being equitable for everyone from start to finish, regardless of tier and everything else, that there is a nice little, again, equity, the proper equity for all. So that was the main focus for me, and it sounds like there is, but I'll speak to you offline about some things I wanted to discuss, okay? Thank you. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Number 4, excursion field trip requests for CHS Key Club. Attached is an excursion field trip request from Miss Mercedes Harvey Flowers, Crestwood High School teacher and Key Club sponsor, for the Key Club students to travel to Lansing, Michigan to take part in the Key Club Service Leadership Conference. The requested dates are February 21st through February 23rd, 2025.
Mr. Chair,
Trustee Fawaz?
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the excursion field trip request from Ms. Mercedes Harvey Flowers for the CHS Key Club students to take part in the Key Club Service Leadership Conference, February 21st through the 23rd, 2005. See attachment A4.
Support?
The approval for excursion field trip request was motioned by Trustee Fawaz, supported by Trustee Elzayat, that the Crestwood Board of Education approve the excursion field trip request from Ms. Mercedes Harvey Flowers for the CHS Key Club students to take part in the Key Club Service Leadership Conference from February 21st through the 23rd of 2025. See attachment A4. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
Thank you.
Is there anything in the personnel report? Ms. O'Hara? Are there any agenda items in the personnel report which board members or the superintendent wish to discuss and vote on separately? If there are, we will exclude those from the motion below. Ms. O'Hara?
Nope.
Thank you. At this time, I will call for, I'm trying to make you talk, but you don't want to talk. I'm just kidding. At this time, I'm going to call for a single motion to approve all the action items on the personnel report, with the exception, if necessary, of any items which have just been excluded from the motion by board member request, which there was none.
Mr. Chair,
Trustee Janoun.
I recommend the Crestwood Board of Education approve action items on the personnel report labeled, we didn't label them.
Say all.
All,
You could just say all.
all items on the personnel report as recommended in this agenda, effective pending acceptable criminal background checks and other employment documentation as required by law.
Support. The motion to approve the action items of the recommended action, that the Crestwood Board of Education approve action items on the personnel report for all items as recommended in this agenda, effective pending acceptable criminal background checks and other employment documentation as required by law. Motion by Trustee Janoun, supported by Trustee Amon. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. We do have one more.
No,
Nope. We're all set.
superintendent.
Yep, yeah, the superintendent report.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, board. Thank you, community. We have one action item, just some informational items. The action item is board policy update, second reading and approval. The first reading of the Board Policy Update 8A was on January 13th, 2025. This is the second reading. We are asking the board to approve Board Policy 8A as presented.
Mr. Chair,
Trustee Janu.
I recommend the Crestwood Board of Education approve board policy updates as listed in attachment 8A.
Support.
The motion to approve the policies in attachment 8A by trustee Janu, supported by trustee Amon, that the Crestwood Board of Education approve board policy updates as listed in attachment 8A. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Board. Just some informational items. The Crestwood School District 2025 Spelling Bee, in partnership with Amity, will be grades 3 through 5, Wednesday, February 5th, grades 6 through 8, Thursday, February 6th. Each event will be from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., and it is at Riverside Middle School. So come out and join us. It's always fun watching these kids in these spelling bees. Just as a reminder, the annual tin can raffle is occurring Friday, January 31st, and Friday and Saturday. So January 31st and February 1st of 2025. It will be in the Crestwood High School cafeteria. Drawing begins at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. And then again, I know I did this last time, but I'll just say it again. Thank you to the Board of Education for all of your continuous support and commitment. This is Board Appreciation Month, and Board of Education members do a lot of work behind the scenes, and we appreciate everything that you do. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Masalam. Now for board comment, we'll start with trustee Elzayat. You go first now.
Good evening, thank you. I was gonna mention the spelling bee and Dr. Mosalam did, so with that, I will just take time to encourage everybody to watch our previous study session. If you weren't able to watch it earlier, we had some good information. I just wanted to clear one thing up. I think that people thought today we were gonna vote on the cell tower, and I just want to clear that up for the regular board meeting too. We already voted on that. That was not up for vote today. That was the mayor's office, the police department, and AT&T requesting that we cover this during our study session meeting. So I just wanted to make that clear, that we will not be voting for that again. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Elzayat. Trustee Baydoun?
Thank you. A lot's going on. Again, I know there has been some discussion regarding our sports programs, and a lot of the parents have contacted me and asked about locations of games and events. I do want to say that Dr. Masalam is aware of everything, and Dr. Masalam's team is putting a plan together, a robust plan together for the future. Although things like this do take time because we are not the only parties involved, I want the parents to understand that we hear you. The administration is on top of it. Actually, they've been on top of it prior to any parents reaching out. So I want to thank the administration for that, definitely. And other than that, per Trustee Elzayat's discussion with the previous study session, I want everybody aware that at the end of the day, the Crestwood School District, yes, we reside in Dearborn Heights. So whatever contracts there are or going through between the city and a third party, that's between the city and the third party, irrelevant of what the outcomes are. But this body here is strictly to serve for the Crestwood School District. Just want to be clear about that. And with everything else going on, February's coming up. And, the driving, the situations that are going on in the morning, I do drop off sometime. Sometimes I do pick up when I'm able to. I just want to ask all the parents to be vigilant of signs, no turning left, turning on red, things of that nature, because we have so many students that are crossing the streets out of the high school. I'm sure the middle school is the same thing, and the elementaries. I'm not discounting that. But definitely out of the high school, it's becoming just a little, to me, from what I see, it could be safer, and we got to do all of our parts to help out. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Baydoun. Trustee Fawaz?
Thank you. Good evening. And also very excited about the spelling bee, so yay. And the tin can raffle on the 31st and February 1st. That's always such a fun time. CHS Cafeteria Olympics will be January 27th at 2:40 p.m. The hockey team will be holding a fundraiser at Westland Bowl Sunday, February 2nd at noon. Congratulations to the competitive cheer team for CHS for scoring second place at the competition held at Melvindale. So I know that's a fairly new program with them being competitive. I believe this is only their second year. Also, this week is Spirit Week, and tomorrow's Twin Day. So help your class and twin with your friends tomorrow. Crestwood Tennis Girls Varsity and JV preseason conditioning will be Mondays and Wednesdays, starting Monday, February 3rd, 3:15 to 4 p.m. Also want to express how proud I am of the mock trial team who visited the Washtenaw County Circuit Court and had the opportunity to scrimmage to prep for their upcoming case. Wish you all the best of luck in your very bright future. And I really want to thank the Kinlock kids and the RMS Web kids. And, you know, we do this for you guys, but, I mean, these gifts are so, so nice and just, you know, very touching. And I really appreciate you guys, you know, thinking of us and doing that, because you really don't have to. And want to thank all the residents that came out for our study session and, you know, gave us their feedback. And I think, you know, it was very clear where the board stands with this. But thank you and have a good night.
Thank you, Trustee Fawaz. Trustee Williamson?
Thank you. I also would like to thank all the kids, and I don't know if you guys won't be able to see it, but the industrial art students from Mr. I won't even pronounce it, Mr. Myers and Mr. Milanowski. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but they gave us this wonderful wood plaque. It's engraved with the Crestwood tree in Sketcher School District with our names on it. So thank you. That is very thoughtful. And a nice plant and the tumbler. I also like to announce that this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Crestwood Drama Club is putting on their showcase. They do 30 skits in 30 minutes. The cost is between $5 and $8, and it starts at 8 o'clock. It is really a lot of fun. There's audience participation. Everybody gets to go on the stage, and they try to do as many skits as they can in an hour. And every night is different, so feel free to come every night. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Williamson.
There's
Vice-
not much, so there's already not much left for me to say, so I'm sorry when it gets
Oh, that's
to you,
okay.
but- So I also want to thank all of our schools, because I know the last meeting we had Hillcrest and Highview that came out and, you know, celebrated with us for, not that, you know, for Board Appreciation Month, but we appreciate you guys. All of the gifts are very much appreciated. There is coffee with the principal at the high school that I would like to remind everybody to attend, because really his whole team puts together a really good presentation for the parents. I don't know why my face is getting all warm, but he really puts a good presentation together and keeps everybody informed on what's going on at the high school and all of the efforts that they're putting in. We don't get as many people showing up, but it would be nice to see some new faces. So hopefully Thursday he holds 2 sessions, one at 9 a.m. and one at 6 p.m. So tries to accommodate all parents, those that are working and not working. So we'll have to see more people show up and stay informed as to what's happening at the high school. So that's it, but thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shanoon. Mr. Amon? Trustee Amy?
So I just want to thank everybody for coming out today. And like every trustee said, rest assured, I don't think anybody's going to be changing their mind on that vote. Also, I want to congratulate 2 of our athletes who are going to be signing their letters of intent next week, Hashim Saleh and Ali Hamoud. Hashim Saleh is going to Dartmouth, and Ali Hamoud is signing with Wayne State. And also the tin can raffle, always a good time. Last year I walked out with half a table, so hoping I'm gonna get my luck back again this year. Waffle machine. Also excited for the spelling bee, door jam. Door jam. Make sure we look it up. Door jam. Oh, I think there was a bee in there. All I know is door jam took out half the 5th grade, so. And the judges. So it's always a good time. I want to thank Rashid Beydoun for always putting that on. And thank you, Amity, for always sponsoring it. It's always a great event. The kids love it. I love seeing how competitive they get. And also, if we can just please, I know I say it all the time, but just, a reminder to keep our brothers and sisters overseas in our prayers with everything that's going on. And that's it for me.
Thank you, Trustee Amon. I first and foremost want to thank the community for coming out today to voice their concerns over the request. Again, I reiterate, the request that was made of the board to revisit the previous vote to not renew the contract, which was, I think, the original vote. We didn't revisit that. We didn't revisit because we heard you loud and clear. I think a lot of us came in understanding what was at stake. I do want to thank the AT&T representative for explaining AT&T's position. There is a reason that we didn't take this vote. Nobody said they wanted to take the vote because the contract is up at the end of the month and nothing will change there. I do want to congratulate the high school seniors that are starting to hear back from their universities of choice. I know Dr. Masalam gets a big smile on his face when he starts to hear about the phenomenal placements and the phenomenal first shot approvals. And what an exciting time for these families. I want to congratulate, I'm already hearing stories, some phenomenal stories, and I'm so excited for some of these fantastic scholarly, some athletes, some scholar athletes, phenomenal. Just so proud of all of you guys. But, most importantly, I think Trustee Beydoun said it earlier, safety of the kids. I do drop off my daughter in the morning at the high school. And honestly, I know that's a part of our bond. Hopefully we can restructure some of that, and I think we can say that at every school, including the elementary schools and especially Riverside. Nobody is not looking at this. I just want the public to know, it's not something where we go, oh, it's perfectly fine. We know it's perfectly fine. It's not perfectly fine. The students are always our top priority for safety, to Trustee Beydoun's point earlier. But just until then, please, guys, I'm going to reiterate what he said. I've watched people do some really crazy things in the morning, like cut people off as they're making a left turn when they shouldn't be making a left turn. And I know that our police officers are doing everything they can, so there's no blame here, but let's just get it fixed and protect our children. Dr. Masalam, you're always thanking us, and I know that this month is for us, but I want to thank you and your administration, because every month we sit here and you guys just run such a fantastic meeting. By the way, they prepare the meetings. We give them the agenda items. We have things that we want to talk about. They're the ones doing the brunt. Kristen, thank you. I think everybody owes her a round of applause. And that's all that I have.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
So we have a motion to adjourn by Trustee Elzayat, supported by Trustee Beydoun. I take it there's discussion or no? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, meeting adjourned at 7:09 p.m. Thank you.